What's up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist here with
Gersh1.
and we're back at it again to answer your questions in another episode of For the Greater.
And this is a video series where we answer you, the viewer's question. If you have a question about Warhammer 40k or about anything in the world, just comment down below, put question in front of your question, and we'll answer it next week. It's also a great chance for you to see that me and the Sound Alchemist usually wear the same colored shirt. That's just something that you do if you're part of One Mind Syndicate. So yeah, let's get to it. This question comes from Untended. He asks, what is the average lifespan of a Space Marine? Question mark. That's a good question because a lot of people have asked it in the past, and the answer is
Indefinitely.
basically.
Yeah.
A Space Marine is the equivalent of, or a Space Marine is what a Space Marine is to humans what a mole rat is to rats, if that makes any sense. So Space Marines are mole rats basically because they don't age like normal humans do. A mole rat is gonna die either because of lack of nutrition or because of an accident. They don't die of old age because they don't age. Space Marines are the same way.
Yeah, because never in the lore have I at least ever heard of a Space Marine dying of old age. If they're really old, usually they're just like mentors or they get put into dreadnoughts to teach the new generations of Space Marines. So yeah, they teach the new generations of Space Marines, how it was in the past and how to combat effectively. The oldest known Space Marine, I believe, is Dante. Now that's not including the guys that are interred in dreadnoughts, just like Bjorn the Fell-Handed, but he was pretty old too.
Right, because Bjorn is more than 10,000.
Yeah, he was fighting alongside Lehman Russ, and after Russ left to the warp or whatever it is that he's at, I believe Bjorn was still fighting for like another 1,000 years before he got put in that dreadnought. So.
And Dante is what, 1,000?
Dante is old. I don't know exactly how old, but he is old.
Yep. But
anyway, if you guys want more lore on Dante and Bjorn, we do have a 40 facts on both of them, so check it out.
Next question.
This one is by Trust Steve. I don't know Steve too well, but did you guys get a copy of Shadow War? It was crazy that it sold out on GW's site in under 20 minutes. And if you did, which kill team are you playing? So good question. I did not know that Shadow War sold out so quickly. Yeah, I didn't get it.
Yeah, I didn't get it either. I think we are gonna play the whole Armageddon thing. But of course, if I play orcs.
Right, and I'd probably play maybe Space Marines to even the odds. Well, I guess they're not even because lore-wise, the Space Marine's supposed to be equivalent to an orc, right?
Yeah. But I think Space Marines you would play a scout and then you would move your way, or you would move up, right?
Yeah, you'd move up in
the ranks. You could play Grey Knights though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't like scouts, so yeah, Grey Knights.
Next question comes from Brandon Ottman. Could Goku or Superman challenge the Emperor? Not Superman, because of the warp magic.
Magic, he's weak against magic.
Goku, he can challenge him, or Goku can challenge the Emperor, but it'll be tough.
Yeah. It'd be a good fight though, but yeah. I don't know. Can like Ki and Energy Blast like that? Like, can they be deflected by like warp?
I feel like they could just because of the whole psychic thing.
Yeah.
Like if psychic lightning can capture the Ki energy.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And of course we're talking about the Emperor back in 30k because the Emperor in 40k would be
overpowered, man. Nobody can touch him.
Because he has the whole Imperium.
That's right.
Next question.
Ethan Warner. What would a parody Space Marine chapter made by you guys be like? Ooh, a parody Space Marine chapter.
That's a really good question, and I don't have an answer to it. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I think it'd be like an amalgamation of every Space Marine chapter in one, but they all have like OCD or something. I don't know. I gotta think about it. You put me on the spot, man.
Yeah, it'll be a chapter where like you have to if you're sending a signal for help, you have to make sure to put help before your signal to let us know what you want helped. Otherwise we won't answer it because we get to the ones that are labeled to them first. Something like that. I don't know. Next question comes from Noise Marine.
Noise.
What happens to apothecaries when they are corrupted by chaos? Do they become normal Chaos Marines, or do they become a chaos version of an apothecary? They become a chaos version of an apothecary.
There you go, yeah.
Just because of the knowledge of an apothecary is so vast and so necessary for the what's the word? For the chaos. There you go. For chaos. So they really want that.
This one's by... Or you got more?
No, go ahead.
Alright, this one's by K9. Could the Tau ever develop psychers? If so, how and why? No, not at all. That is the thing that makes the Tau, besides being all shooty. Basically, they don't even register in the warp. They're like...
blanks.
Yeah, they're basically blanks. They're like a little blip, so they're not entirely blanks, but basically.
Yep. Where do Space Marines keep their bolters, ammo clips / magazines? At their sides.
Yeah, they just don't show it.
Yeah. You could, well, no, some of them do. Like, a lot of the models nowadays come with the little like pouches and stuff.
That's just more to glue, more to paint.
And they're really big too, so it looks weird.
Like the proportions?
Yeah, it looks like the Space Marine has big hips.
But they don't lie.
Nope.
This one's by Jin Phoenix. When Gillman returns, do you think he'll clean house and sort the Imperium? Or will he try to eliminate the Magistrate on grounds of heresy? That's the first part of his question. So as we've seen, he's back, and he hasn't done none of that. Yeah, he's basically just fighting chaos. He's like, the Imperium, do what you gotta do. I'm gonna do what I do best, and that's fight.
Yep.
He says, also, do you think it's possible that there are other immortal beings keeping an eye on the Imperium, like the Emperor, or even some of his children in secret, waiting for the chance to correct the wrongs that have been done in the Emperor's absence?
Oh, definitely. I believe that there are people out there or the Primarchs that are like watching.
Yeah. I don't think it'll be like some person or something that we've never heard of that's kind of like twisting fate, because it's never been mentioned in the lore, so I doubt GW will ever include something like that. But it's a possibility, but not a big one.
Yeah. And even in like most stories nowadays, you have hints of like Lehman Russ coming back and aiding people, or Vulcan coming back and aiding certain Marines. But they're doing their own thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Simonas... What you said, that was his first part?
No, that was
it?
Yeah.
Okay. Simonas Sinicus?
Oh, I know that guy.
Do Tau have souls because they don't register in the warp?
They do, but again, they don't register in the warp.
Okay.
Yeah. All Might, if you could bring one Age of Sigmar army to 40k, which one and why?
Which Age of Sigmar to 40k? The troll... No, not trolls. The dwarves. Because squats.
Yeah. If you look at the models that they put out, for I don't even know what they're called, Calarian Overlords or whatever, they look like they could fit it perfectly into 40k. Like they're all technologically advanced and stuff, so they're squats. Just put them in 40k.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of people asking like, what's the possibility of GW introducing the squats? And we said it was pretty slim. But the more models that come out from that line, the more I'm starting to think like, I mean, it's a possibility. Mm-hmm. It could be even an allied race, kind of like the Kroot to the Tau.
Right.
But who knows?
Yeah, I'd put either the Lizardmen or the Sylvaneth, because I feel like those are the most different from 40k.
Which one are the Sylvaneth?
The tree people.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So dinosaurs and trees, y'all.
Next question comes from IG88. Would the Primarch of the Thousand Suns, Magnus, try to become loyalist again or renegade if the deception of Tzeentch became known? No. We go back, or I'm gonna go back to that thing that we said where once you go demon, you never go back. Mm-mm. Because you can't get rid of corruption like that.
Yeah, corruption's a hell of a drug.
Yes.
Rick James. Oh, did you hear Charlie Murphy died?
No, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
It's sad.
Mm-hmm. Next question. This one's by Cora. Could the Tau Air class have found one of the standard template constructs, and could this be the reason for the growth of the Tau technologically?
Possibly.
Yeah, STCs are really, really good, but I don't know, because I feel like if there's STCs, wouldn't their Tau Tech look more Imperial? Like more of that, like, Gothic feel? I don't know.
Yep. I agree. Hayden Bird. Could the Hivemind of a Tyranid secretly be a Catan?
Ooh, there's a lot of theories that the what's it called, the Outsider, the Devourer, or one of those Tyranid or Catans could be what's causing the Tyranids to like move through the galaxy, like he's directing them. But I don't know. I feel like Necrons and Tyranids, they can't like intermesh because of the whole biomass and necrodermis thing. So I doubt it.
Yep. And plus, the lore of the Tyrians just being evolutionary, like, or the peak of evolution, should stay like that.
Right. This one's by Dragon Punch. Send nudes? What? That's not a question. But I do have a question for you. To where?
Send us your email and we'll try to send nudes.
There you go.
Miggy Ray Requilneal. Are there any Tau Gene Stealer cults? Yes, there are.
There's Gene Stealer cults for everything, even Tyranids.
Except Necrons.
Oh, there you go.
Why aren't they in the lore yet? Because we haven't gotten to it yet.
Bruva Michael, what character in 40K has the best mustache?
Well, let's just break it down to who has a mustache, other than like your Space Wolves. But they have beard mustaches.
Yeah, they do. Oh, the White Scars. They got those like.
Oh yeah.
That's it, I think.
Yeah, I would give it to the chapter master of the White Scars right now because he has that really long one.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Googly Doogly. Has Angron given up his legion? Since it would appear that Karn took leadership of them after Angron became a demon. And another question, would Angron have fallen for Chaos if he was not turned into a demon? Or would he become like the Night Haunter and become a something more like a pirate? A something more like a pirate. So, I don't know what's happening to Angron. They don't really talk about him much.
Yeah, he's basically angry and he's a demon prince. And sometimes he goes out and does like these horrible campaigns, but like the Grey Knights usually push him back, so. It's like he's there, he F's some stuff up, but it's nothing impactful. It's nothing heavy, like, story-wise. So.
Yeah. But Karn is not in control of all of the world. No, they're called world leaders,
yeah,
right?
They're kind of like war bands.
Yeah. And would he have become like the Haunter if he wasn't a demon Primarch? Maybe. He would have been a lot more selfish, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Damon Phelps. Or Damon. If an Astartes body was compared to a Krogan body, would the Apothecaries be curious how the Krogans acquired these natural augmentations? If not the gene seed, then how would they study and improve their knowledge on the Krogan race?
Krogan. Are you talking Mass Effect?
Is it Mass Effect? Because I don't know any other Krogan.
Yeah. No, the Krogan were not genetically modified, though.
So it's all biological?
Yeah, they grew up in a basically post-apocalyptic world that bred, or through natural selection, the toughest of the tough survived. Yeah. So I don't think they would be the same. They're more like Tyranids in a way. Minus the adaptability and the Hivemind. Actually, they're nothing like Tyranids. Colin Santos, can Cantara repel a high fleet? I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
It's not just like Terra itself. Like Terra's gonna have help from everything.
It's the whole soul system, basically. Yeah. And then you have the Grey Knights. You have just a plethora of really strong military organizations.
The Custodes and all that.
Yep. So it would be a hard world to conquer.
Mm-hmm.
Next question comes from Danny Veh. Why does Karn wear no armor on his left arm?
He's trying to show off his gains, man.
Yeah, that's all about them gains.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Spratt.
Ooh.
Do you think the Tau will ever tried to resurrect Pure Tide, either by cloning him or tissue or some other way?
They do have his
Pure Tide?
Pure Tide was like their great like combat expert. Think of like kind of like Bruce Lee. Like he taught a bunch of disciples, and these disciples went out to be Farsight, Shadow Sun, and another guy that they don't really talk about in the lore. But anyway, he was like the best of the best. He was really smart, and when he did die, they kind of used his brain and used all his information into like a chip. Now these chips can be inserted into battle suits or commanders, and they get all these awesome like monster hunter, tank hunters. Basically, they beef them up. So in a way, he's cloned via these chips, but yeah, I don't think they'll actually like clone him or anything, because they honor him so much. He's almost like a god to them.
Do they have cloning technology like the Tau?
I don't know. I feel like the Ethereals might, but I don't know about the Tau themselves.
And have the Kroot ever like eaten any Tau?
Oh, Kroot are forbidden to eat Tau. It was one of the main rules they had to follow if they were brought into the Empire.
So the Kroot and the Tau are basically like the Imperium and the Adeptus Mechanicus, right?
Yeah, basically. Although the Tau are more in control. Yeah.
Well, cool. Those were the questions for this week, guys. Thank you for sending them our way. If we did not answer your question, comment again. We will definitely try to get to it next week.
That's right. Don't forget to check us out on Patreon, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for more 40K content. And as always, I'm the Sound Alchemist,
Gershwan.
we are One Mind Syndicate, and we are out of here.